Ekuseni ntambama kusihlwa. Meaning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And yes, this phenomenal language I just used right now is isiZulu. I'm Southern Sotho, so bear with me if I say the words kind of off-ish. But I'm not perfect. As much as I am a perfectionist in my own right, I'm not perfect. But with that being said, we're all learning as we go along, right? So, ekuseni ntambama kusihlwa. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, right? And with that being said, let me just give you a short snippet about them. The ancestors of the Zulu nation migrated from West Africa into southeastern Africa during the Bantu migrations from 2000 BC until the 15th century. The Zulu tribe expanded into a powerful kingdom, subdued surrounding groups, and settled in the region known as KZN in present South Africa. Yo, man. As I Google, write these things down, do research, I'm learning just as much as you guys are, because I have been very lazy when it comes to education. I've been so, what's the word I'm looking for? Combobulated? Somewhat like that. Where's William Chest at this point? But I've been so caught up in the worldly things and all the negative things happening. I'm sure that most of you guys feel the same way, and are going through the same thing. You might find, like I have my father, by the way, this is going to collate with what I'm going to read after this, what I'm going to talk about. My father, 144. My father is somebody who loves to read. He loves education. I think I kind of get that from him. As much as he is my karmic parent, but I do appreciate certain things about him, because bear in mind, your karmic enemies, all those karmics in your life, negative ones, I'm talking about negative karmics, all those karmics in your life, listen to everything they say, speak, how they are, what they do. Most of us, we grew up around them. Look at them. There's so much they actually teach you when they actually think that what they're mostly doing is breaking you. If you are, because obviously when your comments are around you, that's when you are very much enclosed. You're so close. You still have that, illusion around you, within you. It's covering with this third eye that's supposed to express a lot about you. So that means you're still under the trap of illusion. But look at everyone around you and take note. Some of them will be like, stop smoking drugs. My comic cousin, who still lives under my roof, by the way, don't worry, that is getting sorted. He, like my father, stop drinking, leave alcohol. And I never listened, because I'm thinking, please. Until it came to a point. Hence, I'm not here to force anybody. And I don't think any of us who are doing God's work at this point in time, spreading out the information, 3:22 on the clock, spreading out information, talking to you guys about spiritual growth, what you should do, don't do, where you should go, our tarot readers, all these divine people who are doing God's work. We are all here to guide you. It's up to you if you take it or not. And what I appreciate about my space or my time and what I've gone through is that I can share my life and certain things I'm still going through with you guys as I evolve and as I grow on a spiritual level. So let me read this for you guys. Pay attention to your comics. They're actually helping you. We just don't see it because we still have this cloak of illusion. They're actually assisting us in waking up by all the negative things that they do unto us. And I'm going to tell you now, in Africa, not knowing quite well how it actually, how explosive it is in other areas or in other countries, but in Africa, I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to witchcraft, I take my hat off. I don't have one right now, but we have demonic as people in Africa. Reason being because of the separation and what has been done, that you should not trust your fellow man or your fellow lady, your fellow brethren, your fellow sister. It has caused such a divide that even in homes, we bewitch each other for no apparent reason. I have a cousin. He's so engulfed in witchcraft. It's shocking. And he'll ask himself the question every day, like most of my other enemies, how can I not put me down? Because I'm spiritually ordained, bitches. I'm chosen. Don't know about you. You better start changing your life so you get to that level too. Right? God will not want anything. And I mean anything, not even a straight of hair taken from your head. Where God will be so around you, in you, he'll be all over you, that no man can do any harm. Listen, and by the way, for all of those who are still dibbling and dabbling in dark magic, please do know it no longer works. We are now in a season, or in a time, whereby there's no magic there's no magic that will work, especially if it's negative, unless if you are manifesting and you're manifesting positive things. Right now, the only powers that are granted unto mankind, and look around you, look within you, and be open-minded, is literally manifestation right now. Witchcraft and all these demonic things are not working anymore. They're not. So I suggest that you guys get on board, start figuring out who you are, 60606 on the clock, and find your path. So with that being said, my father, we talk, and that's what I'm going to be. You get where I'm going with this. And I call this part of the lesson, or this part of our channel, Silent Black Giants. So here in South Africa, let me read this, this biography about this phenomenal surgeon here. His name is Hamilton Naki. Yes. He was born on the 26th of June, 1926, and he passed away on May the 29th, 2005. Now, here is the short biography about him, and I hope that's going to collate as I go along. Hamilton Naki was a laboratory assistant to cardiac surgeon Christian Barnard in South Africa. Sorry, I just saw the double A, so I'm guessing he's half Afrikaans as well. He was recognized for his surgical skills and for his ability to teach medical students and physicians such skills despite not having received a formal medical education, and took a leading role in organ transplant research on animals. This is what was said about him. A controversy arose after his death and his death was, by the way, I'll remind you, on the 29th of May 2005. And it says a controversy arose after his death in that at least 5 periodicals and the Associated Press retracted statements in their obituaries of Naki that claimed that he participated in the world's first human-to-human heart transplantation in 1967. The incident has been cited as an example of inadequate fact-checking by the news media and delayed corrections of the errors. Hamilton Naki, a black South African man, he was born in Transkei. I believe he was born in Transkei. I just never got around that. Yes, he was born in Transkei, right? And the award that he received for all his work, for somebody who literally trained himself to do heart-to-heart transplants on animals, he was awarded the Bronze Order of Mapungubwe. Yes, no idea what that is, but it's an award. Now, here's my thing with that. We have hated each other so much, black people. And I'm sorry that right now I'm going to be focusing on that, so please be with me. It's not per se about race, but I feel like it's per se about, I just have to put this out there with regards to race right now. Black people, we have become so divided. So divided. We've relied upon, we have silent black giants that have not made their way onto any archives. Because we've relied upon, we've been deceived by the whites. Please bear in mind, I have no issues or nothing against any white people, any nationality, any race. Hence, I do language because I love to learn and I love to know other people and cultures. There's nothing wrong with learning. And nothing wrong with giving love to your fellow man, regardless of their color and so forth. But I'm going to speak about black people right now because I feel like with black people, we are expanding on a daily basis so much and so vastly that we are still occupying those negative side of things, that we are from an apartheid era, we from this, we from that. Yes, we are. But why are we still stuck in what was oppressed upon us? We have such giants that have lived amongst us. A noble man who literally performed his first heart-to-heart transplant on a human, and a white person was awarded that. Because by then, you being black just means you are karma, you curse, you just... Until this day, that's how people still look at us. We're so called monkeys, and I don't blame them. I don't. And there's no need for any of you guys right now who are watching here to be angry about it. None. Because we do end up acting like monkeys. There's many ways to kill a cat. This is my grandmother's favorite saying. Another comic who's passed. May her soul rest in peace, though. Why do we do that? Why? When there's so many options and ways to fight a certain situation, by us coming together now, because now nobody can come in between what it is that we want to talk about, what it is that we want to discuss, whether being it in a group, in a clan, instead of us discussing and coming together as collectives or groups or demonic clans, I just forgot the name now, instead of us doing that, to talk about 11:11, to talk about what it is we're going to do unto your fellow cousin, sister, brother, neighbor, instead of us coming together to talk about demonic ways of hurting your fellow brother and sister, why can we not come back together and speak about how we can change the narrative? Let's come together and speak about how we can build each other, how we can awaken each other from this sleep that we've been in for decades and centuries and lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. We cannot holistically blame white people for who we are today. They did what they did in the past years. They did what they did. They did. They took over everything. For heaven's sake, we're still run by them. We're still controlled by them, whether you know it or not. We are still under that umbrella. But why is it we cannot come together to say, okay, I have a neighbor who's not working. Unemployment is very high in South Africa. Unemployment is very high in Africa. Very high. The poor are just getting poorer. 12:22 on the clock. The poor are getting poorer. I was watching on the news today and I couldn't believe it. My heart sank right into my stomach. Poor countries are becoming more poorer and more malnutritioned. This is how bad it has become. But yet, you have that cousin, that aunt, or that neighbor who drives a Porsche, not saying there's anything wrong with you, enjoying the fruits of your labor, nevertheless, depending on how you got it. But that's not our business or our problem, right? That's yours and God. But why can we not? Whatever little that you have, you know, what is this movie with Denzel Washington now? What's this movie? And he took upon his predecessors' way of doing things, whereby he was feeding. What is it called? He was arrested, and he's the one who actually came up with his first drug that actually blew. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Please do tell me when you know, blew something. But he came up with that drug, whereby cocaine or whatever, and it just went wild. But he took after his predecessors' actions and ways in a certain manner. He could still, with that money, with people knowing he's killing the nation, which is highly wrong, we should start changing. But he fed them. He made sure that they are well fed. He made sure that every weekend, or I don't know, was it every weekend or every Monday, I don't know. But he used to make sure that every household has food. I'm not approving of whatever else he has done prior, or whatever else he was doing to obtain that income or that money to be able to feed the needy. But what I'm trying to show you is this: you have that person who knows that you are highly skilled at something, and they steal, or they take your idea or that smartness or that, they try to delay the kind of person you are, how intellectual you are, how smart you are. They try to delay your progress. They try to hinder you from reaching your goals. They take what is yours. And nobody can actually take it. They can just slow it down. you know. And this is what I feel like Hamilton Naki went through. This man literally was the one who transplanted a heart to a heart. He did that. And the award was given to somebody else. And this is what I'm trying to talk to you guys about. Only when he died, he actually put out, or he put this within his obituary. He wrote out his own obituary. This guy was not living. This is what I'm trying to show you guys. Wherever you are not actually living until you live to your fullness. Until you live to whom you are meant to be. Until you live your truth. Then only can you say you lived. You can have all the money in the universe. All of it, all of it, all of it. But if you're not living within your divine truth, within your divine, or within your divinity, you will still die empty. No matter how much you've gained in this earth. And that's what this is about. We tear each other down. We do not come together as people, especially black people. We have lost our marbles. We're doing drugs. What future are we raising for any of us here? What are we doing to ourselves? I'm not going to lie, it's kind of upsetting me. It's giving me so much pain. That when I was sitting and I'm watching this and I'm reading about all these phenomenal people, black people, who have done so much. And the truth only came out once they have passed. Mansa Musa, the wealthiest man in the world till to date. The first university was at his country, where Mansa Musa is from. And I'm going to speak about him too so we can speak in more detail. I just don't want to be throwing around, words and nothing that actually, kind of collates with what I'm talking about so you guys can have a better understanding of what it is I'm saying. It's time for us now to start coming together as black people without hate, without resentment, without this bitterness, without thinking that somebody is doing something to you. With sheer purity and love. A white person can't be black, but a black person can be white. We can bleach ourselves, do this, do that, but now there's technology, so probably they're going to, start doing whatever. But with this, I don't think they can, because now here it is that this whole thing is coming out that white people now want to have, they want to come together with black people and, have kids with black people in order for their lineage to continue. You see what I'm actually saying to you guys? We are needed, not only unto other nationalities, countries, populations, regions, races, whatever, but we're also needed within ourselves, our own homes, our surroundings. We are needed, and you need yourself. You need yourself. I'm not here for clout, and I'm not here to gain subscribers and this and that and the other. But I'm here to teach, and I'm going to keep doing it. Yes, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to, press that notification bell whenever I come on. I would love for you to always be in tune with all my messages. Let them collate accordingly. With you, to you, for you, and others around you. Because that's my calling, is what I'm here to do. So are many others. By us saying subscribe, it just means you can relate or we can capture those energy transmusions that keep happening. Because energy transmutes all the time. By you saying subscribe, that means, okay, when I start praying, when I start doing my meditations, when I start doing my spiritual side of things, where I fast and I do this and I do it, like right now I'm actually fasting. That's where God can connect me with somebody like you. That's the reason for it. And obviously for us to be able to go on YouTube, because now 1955, Wow, I didn't expect to be that long. So you can go live on YouTube, and where I can actually have a direct, if you want to say, conversation with you guys. When you tune in, you can actually see me live, and we can talk, you can express, and all of that, and more. This channel is yet to grow, and I would love it for you guys to always be here and around. And I will do my level best, my utmost best, to record as much as possible on a daily basis, every day. And I'll keep teaching, I'll keep inspiring, and I'll keep putting out 2033, as I said that. I'll keep putting across that message. Because we all need somebody to, you don't want to feel alone. Because you're not alone. Hence, you have all of this around you. Tarot readers, inspirational readers, whatever you want to call it. Motivational speakers. Hence, we are here. And I'm going to continue with this. I'll just, I'll go along as I go along, but I will keep touching on different topics about different people, and we'll keep going. Thank you guys for tuning in. 21:11 on the clock. So, Bari Avarot, sorry, I think that's the wrong one I said prior. Ekseni Ntambama Gusihlwa, meaning good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And that is isiZulu. Be good, be blessed, and please, let's put the Most High first. Without Him, we are nothing. Stay blessed.